XRP labeled a scam. Gotta share this story with you. XRP price talk at the end. Matic Polygon action. Oh, there's a conversion happening, but will it turn the price around? Fed presidents speak this week along with Jerome Powell's massive meeting on Thursday at Jackson Hole.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Happy Monday, everyone. And before we get into the crypto news, you know the deal. Well, if you're a new viewer, you don't. So welcome new viewers. But old friends, you know what's up. Your comments come first. Drop me something hot, something spicy. Maybe I'll share it in the next video. Stephen Smith starts us off and says, the SEC is waiting to see how things play out with Trump. Gary's taking orders from Elizabeth Warren, that biznatch. Yeah, asking about the SEC and appeals, and a lot of you are thinking the same thing. Hey, the SEC isn't going to appeal if the crypto vote looks shaky. But if Kamala's got a big enough lead, right, and if her advisors are like, yo, screw the crypto bros, Gary will have more of a reason to appeal. Ducati Roddy, love my duck fans, say, the more hate on XRP just lets me know it's the one. At damn near 60, I've never in my life seen so much despise for a company, and I believe I know why. That's why I brought up the story regarding XRP Scam. I'm going to share that with you along with some interesting information, but I'm with Ducati on this one. I have never in my life seen anyone hate on a company or a product or a protocol, whatever you want to call it, more than Ripple and XRP. Seriously, never seen anything like this, and I've been dealing with stocks since the late 90s. Nothing like it. You ready? Happy Monday. Bitcoin's in at 58,716. ETH is 25.93. BNB is 538, while Sol's 143. XRP's at 57.7, while Aptos is at 597. Ooh, DOT 448. Are we going to talk a little bit of Matic? You better believe it. Is it going to change things? Highly fucking doubt it. Polymarket's got a whole bunch of cool crypto stuff to check out. No, they're not a sponsor. I just know a lot of people like getting into this action. Do you believe that there's going to be a big crash in BTC? Maybe taking it below 45,000. There'd be some juice there for you. What about ETH hitting 3,000 by the end of September? Ooh, lots of action. Matic to Pol rebrand. Polygon's announcement to holders ahead of the 4th of September event. That's not that far away, everyone. Come on now. Here's the deal. The move aims to boost network functionalities as Polygon cements its footprints within the blockchain world. According to the announcements, actions from token investors will depend on they hold their assets. Individuals ready for the migration will access the already deployed migration contract that will enable holders to upgrade Matic to Pol, getting rid of Matic and going to Pol. Meanwhile, Polygon has seen improved sentiments as of late. For instance, it emerged as one of the top picks by crypto whales during the second week of this month. Sounds like they're cherry picking data to make their story fit. They're actually pretty desperate. Do I have any Polygon Matic fans in the house? How do you feel about this? Data from Sandman revealed that Polygon addresses holding 100,000 to 1 million and 10 million to 100 million jumped significantly. Whale interest amid price underperformance displays confidence in the altcoin's expected recovery. Why would they be rebranding? Because look at this piece of shit up on the screen. Ran up to $1.20 in March and is now eroded 66% of that action. Do you think the rebrand from Matic to Pol is going to turn things around? Is the rebrand going to do it? Is the change going to do it? This is bad. This is one of the worst performing ones that I have seen here as of late. And if we zoom out a little bit, you look at it and go, oh yeah, we are in some trouble. But seriously, that 1 year chart tells you the story, because in 1 year, pumped to that $1.20, brought it back down to 42 cents. Rebranding? I don't know. Stellar rebranded their whole marketing thing, and that sure as hell didn't help them. Crypto markets brace for the Fed's crucial comments. What's expected? We got a lot of stuff here. The next few days, you got Fed presidents speaking. The last time these Fed presidents spoke, yeah, it wasn't that good for crypto prices. The Fed's July minutes are also set to be released on Wednesday. On Wednesday is the Fed's minutes of the previous report, okay? The reason it's big is because that goes over individual Fed presidents, how they voted, how they feel about stuff. This gives you the nitty-gritty on what their expectations are. Also, traders will be looking out for annual economic policy symposium in Jackson Hole, Wyoming this week. Oh, that's on Thursday. And Jerome will have a speech on Friday. So think about that. A lot of Fed presidents talking right now with big expectations of a minimum of 1 rate cut coming in a month, 2 if we're lucky. Was this going to be a nice Santa? Are the ladies going to be sitting on Santa Claus's lap telling them what they want? Sure as fuck hope so. Only the hotties though, please. XRP faces harsh criticism as crypto's biggest scam amid post-SEC case slump. You know, I've been getting a lot of comments regarding XRP's a scam, XRP's a piece of crap. That's why I shared the comment this morning, right? That's why I shared Ducati that says the more hate on XRP lets me know it's the one. I've never seen hate like this before. I really haven't. In a bold statement, outspoken crypto pundit Max Prime has labeled XRP as crypto's biggest scam. The remark was made on Twitter where Prime openly mocked XRP's lackluster performance. Okay. Is Polygon's performance obviously sucks. Is Polygon a scam? No. Just because performance is bad doesn't make it a scam. Now here, I'm going to share this tweet with you, and I want to hear what you think, because seriously, I am frustrated with the XRP price performance. Scam, it's a different conversation, but listen to this. It's from Max Prime, and as always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, will be linked in the description below. It had a good number of views too, by the way. XRP is literally the biggest scam in crypto. They win the lawsuit against the SEC, and XRP doesn't move. These clowns have been saying it's going to the moon after the lawsuit and get nothing. Ha ha ha, suckers. Okay, price action, yes, letdown. That's what I got up on the screen. But is it a scam, or is it more a function of people over-promising and under-delivering? See, what Max Prime is saying is that all of those people out there were saying, oh, to the moon after the lawsuit. Well, we know it was a ton of shillers and influencers out there with like, yo, $100 XRP, $50 XP. Hell, at the minimum, XRP is going to $20 when Taurus is done. And I kept saying, no, it's not going to happen. And the reason I said it's not going to happen is because the markets aren't what they were years ago. It's nowhere near what it was years ago. Think about it. Look at the Fed. Look at interest rates. Do you have as much money to spend as you did 3 years ago? No. Do you have as much time as you did 3 years ago? No, because stuff was locked down. What were you supposed to do? Degen trading of crypto. So the world is different. Think about that. Interest rates, what they were 3 years ago for companies to grow, to develop business loans. You know how much cheaper it was to grow a business? That's why everything was pumping a couple years ago. Money supply was abundant and it was cheap. Now, money is not abundant, right? Inflation's eating up all our stuff. Everyone knows how expensive it is. And rates are super high. So Max Prime is saying, yeah, these clowns have been saying it's going to go to the moon after the lawsuit. That's right. There were a bunch of shillers and influencers out there that were giving unrealistic expectations. And when those unrealistic expectations aren't met, what do you think happens to the sentiment? Goes down. That's common, right? Like if everyone is telling you once the Taurus things happen, XRP is going to $3, $4, $5. Now, mind you, I've always been the one that says, dude, XRP to $1 maybe. Because the monetary conditions suck. It's not XRP's fault that the world is in global high inflation, that the world is in high interest rates, that the world is on edge waiting to see what happens in the Middle East, that the world is on edge with monkeypox and doesn't know what the fuck to do. No, that has nothing to do. That has to do with global macros. XRP moves on global macros, on the supply and flow of money. So, were we expecting a pump from Taurus? You bet you we were. Is it the pump that we wanted? No, of course not. Has most of that pump eroded? About 50% of it? Yeah, it has. And it's frustrating. Scam? No. Underperforming? Yes, you bet your butt. But what's happening, though, is people are taking pot shots at XRP. Not thinking of the entire picture. Now, granted, I know some cryptos in this heat map have pumped over the last year, the last 6 months, right? But that's because there's only so much money to go around. And we've seen that it goes from one place to the next. It's pumps and dumps. Even ETH couldn't hold on to 3. Right? We saw that clear as day. Look at Sol pumping up to 180 and now back on the way down. All right? There's been a lot of laggards in the market. And as rates have gone up, right, and money has become more expensive, you have not seen crypto as a whole pump up. No, the only time crypto as a whole pumped up, where everything, your laggards, your best, your worst performers, all pumped, was when rates were really low. So now we're looking at this going, okay, well, XRP is pretty much range bound between 55 and 58 cents. What's going to break it? Well, what's going to break it is the Fed's comments this week. Because if we get a lot of like hawkish sentiment from the Feds, we're in trouble. But now if there's a lot of comments from the Fed president saying, you know what? I think we're going to have to lower rates. I think we're there. Then you could see the market turning around because the market's getting the signal that things are changing, that rates are coming down and investments in risky things such as crypto, because crypto is risky. Let's be real here. Crypto is very risky. The crashes are way bigger than anything else out there. It's nuts, right? News is 99% of the time fake. You have to just filter through it. That's how it goes. So we start getting the signal that rates are coming down, that you're going to get better investments in everything, and boom, that's the action you're looking for. Now, I said all the time, seriously, ever since the BTC ETFs, that XRP crypto volume sucks on the weekends, and it did. But this Monday, it's back up 92% in volume to 1.1 billion. Seriously, ever since the ETFs have taken a hold in the market, weekends have been very boring. Has the XRP price action been boring? Yeah, you better believe it has. Scam? I don't know. I think people are just looking to place blame somewhere. And the reason I bring up these stories about XRP a scam or Polygon to Matic conversion and all that stuff is I'm trying to share with you every point of view that's out there. Because if all you do is watch those channels and say, oh, everything is good, oh, XRP is great, oh, it's all awesome, yes, 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 then you're not really seeing reality. And the reality of the situation right now is money is just so expensive and inflation is just taking away all our discretionary funds. The last time you went shopping or the last time you took your wife, husband, girlfriend, side action, whatever you want to call it, out to dinner on a date, it was expensive. And if retail fuels crypto, well, how can retail fuel crypto to the moon if retail's paying for super expensive milk, super expensive eggs, super expensive meals at restaurants, super expensive prices for houses, cars, and so forth? That's my point. So is it that XRP is a scam, or is it that economic conditions regarding the movement of money are way muted? Yeah, they are. They're way muted. Economic conditions are not what they were years ago. And we have to wait for that to change. The way for that to change is these Fed presidents out here starting to tell us, yo, September contracts, when it's going to happen. And I know a lot of you are like, bro, but that's the United States. How does it help out the rest of the world? The rest of the world reacts and moves to the U.S.'s Fed decision. In fact, there are a ton of countries, a ton of them also in the Middle East, that as soon as the U.S. Fed makes an announcement, they do the exact same thing. So if Jerome Powell comes on the mic and he's like, yo, boys and girls, we're going to drop it 50 basis points, those countries do the same thing. It affects their rates as well. That's how much U.S. money is tied in the globe. And it sucks because the U.S. is corrupt AF, but that's the way it goes. So XRP a scam or XRP an underperformer? Let me know in the comments down below. What am I doing today? Slept like shit last night. Literally took me over 5 hours to sleep. It was like 9:30 last night. I worked out yesterday, and I told my wife, I was like, yo, dude, I am going to bed early. And she's like, what are you, an old man? What the fuck's wrong with you? It was 9:30. And I was like, hun, I cannot keep my eyes open. So I go lay down. I put a little podcast in. I like theoretical physics. I also like particle physics. I'm a big Fermilab guy. So I'm listening to some stuff on particle physics, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, this podcast is over. And this podcast was like 3 hours. So I'm like, oh, fuck this, dude. It was like 12:30. Roll over real quick. My wife's like, are you awake? I'm like, yeah, I'm still awake. What the fuck? She's like, dude, I'm awake too. I was like, all right, got up. I went to the bathroom, came back, put another podcast in, theoretical physics at its best. Listening, next thing you know, that podcast is over. I'm like, oh, shit, dude, that podcast. Did not go to bed till after 2:30 last night. It took me over 5 hours to fall asleep. So happy Monday for me. I slept like shit. Hopefully you slept better. Let me know what you're doing in the comments down below. And as always, Cody Co hasn't said shit. Choo choo bitches.